Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dying Light. Before we get started, I bought a new display sword recently. It's purely display. Like, honestly, when I bought it, when it first arrived, I was more likely to cut my hand on the bad casting on the handle than I was to cut my hand on the blade because of how it's flat. But I thought I'd show it. I showed it on stream the other day. It was a Dark Souls stream, I believe. But I thought I'd show it on video. It's dragon themed, as some of you may know. I fucking love dragons. I have a bunch of different forms of dragons sitting on my desk. But the thing is, I bought this, and I expected a knife. Because that was what was advertised on the website, is a knife. I do not believe this is a knife. Also, proof. Can't do shit. Did come with a nice stand for it, but so that's a benefit. But I did buy it as purely a display piece. I had like literally no intent of it actually being something I could cut something with. I was aware that the thing was going to be absolutely worthless as a weapon. Well, I guess you could kind of stab someone with it. The end is pointy. But it's the same as, like, I could stab you with a screwdriver sort of thing. Actually, I'm pretty sure it'd be a bit more difficult to stab you with that than it would a screwdriver.
In fact, they got through the fence.
Yes, I know exactly how they got in. That masked nutjob soared through the husp.
Who are you talking about?
They call him Gas Mask Man. He lives outside. He's crazy in the head, so he wears a gas mask all the time, like it's going to protect him.
And you're sure it was him?
One of the guards saw him cut the husp and run off. Someone's got to do something about that guy.
Okay, we are going to track this quest as soon as no, it's not giving me the option to track it. Okay. It's because I had the present selected. That makes sense. But fun fact, this is one of, I believe, 2 or 3 quests that I originally saw someone play, or at least part of them play. Yeah, I think it was 2, because I don't think I saw the beginning or end of either one. But this is one of 2 quests that I saw that got me to purchase this game. I saw them on a stream. I believe it was All Sham No Wow playing at the time. I don't know who he was playing with. I think he had 4 people he was playing with. But I think I saw him arrive at Gas Mask Man. Like, I saw him show up. Talk to him.
Stay where you are. Shakur is not taking visitors today.
If Shakur didn't want visitors, Shakur shouldn't have sabotaged the fence at the fishing camp.
What? What are you talking about? That wasn't Shakur, that was Gas Mask Man.
You're Gas Mask Man.
Me? You're insane. Why would you think that?
Because you're wearing a gas mask?
But you have been tricked, my friend. This saboteur was an imposter who makes himself to look like me. So you will be angry at Shakur. But Shakur knows who did this. Shakur saw him without his mask.
So you're saying you saw someone disguised as you?
I watched him from behind the rocks. He did not see Shakur, but Shakur saw him.
Well, then Shakur better tell me who it is.
No. My information is far too valuable. If you want to know what Shakur knows, then first you will do a thing for me. Then I will tell you.
We're not negotiating, Shakur.
Of course not. Shakur tells you what to do, and you must obey. Now, obey Shakur.
And what exactly does Shakur want?
There's a lake nearby. My treasure bag fell out of the boat and was lost in the water. You must be like a fish and bring it back to me. Go! Be quick!
Oh yeah, I hate this part. Fuck. At least, I think I have a general idea of where his thing is. But, fun fact, if anyone like Shakur had shown up, and like, I don't think Shakur gets it into his head that, yes, he has the gun, but if anyone other than Crane had showed up, they would have chosen to not listen to him and instead just shoot him. I do believe it's at the bottom of the fuck all trench sort of thing that's out here. What the fuck? But yeah, I do believe it's at the bottom of the fucking trench-like thing that's here. Yeah. That's how I found it originally. It doesn't actually tell you, but it does narrow down. It does narrow down the search area as you get closer. But yeah, like if anyone other than Crane had showed up, Shakur would have, like, as soon as he wasn't paying attention, they would have chosen, like, to ignore the fact that he was saying someone else did it, and they would just shoot him, like, or kill him. Something. They wouldn't have listened to him. Also, I've always fucking hated that I can't get over there. I've always wanted to go over there. Especially because, I only know you...
Why couldn't you get it for yourself?
Shakur can't swim. Now, first the bag. Then, I tell you who is Shakur imposter.
All right.
That bag is empty.
Tell me what you saw.
First, the imposter sneaks out of the village. He's very quiet, like a master spy. Then, he puts on a mask. Then, he sneaks back to the gate. But now, he is very noisy, so the guard would see him. Then he cuts the lock and runs away.
Did you recognize him?
He looked crazy to me. Nothing like Shakur.
But do you know who he was?
Of course. He's one of the fishermen, the one who's disguised as Shakur.
All right. I'll check it out. By the way, Shakur, what was in the bag?
My air. My precious clean air. Now I can breathe again.
I love how he doesn't say filters, because that's what this would use. That's going to use filters. That's not going to use air cans. But the only reason I believe that you can go over to the other side of that is because in normal mode, things pop up on the other side of that wall that like are indications that you should be able to search that. But as I've said, I've never been able to get over there, so I doubt it's actually possible unless you glitch in some way, shape, or form. Because it counts as a safe area, thus you can't use your grappling hook. Which I find bullshit! I want to be able to use the grappling blah 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 blah. I lost my ability to speak for a second. You know, this game, it seems like it would be a great idea to make a VR version of it. And then you realize that you're gonna fucking puke! Okay.
How many people have keys to open the gate?
Just a few. Tom, Gersel, or Musa.
Thanks.
Tom, Gersel, or Musa. Okay. Searcher.
Used to be a really nice town.
Except for, it has you search, but, I don't think... I think it's the same house every time. But this quest is harder every time I do it. Why is it harder every time I do it? Simple. Every time I do it, I have to... yeah, I had the right house. Every time I've done it, that's actually the easiest it's ever been. But the other 2 times I've done it, I've had to, like, I didn't remember that this is actually where he lives, so I was searching around down there, failure. So I would search the other 2, and I was constantly going back and forth, and eventually, in normal mode, I came up here, and I was like, oh, and then I did this, and I was like, oh, item, boop. But in hard mode, there was no indication right there for something that you could pick up.
What can I do for you, Crane?
You sabotaged the gate, Gersel. You let the infected into the village.
Me? He was the crackpot in the mask. The guards saw him.
Yeah, but someone else saw you.
Who? Where is he? Show me.
Now, there's also the mask I found in your hut.
I wonder what I believe he's actually be making a spear.
Well, what was I supposed to do? The village didn't want to pay tribute to Rice, and Rice was getting impatient. That's why he sent you, right?
So you allowed an attack on your own people?
I had to convince them that they needed Rice's protection. It did the job, didn't it? So what the hell do you care?
Now Musa wants to put a bullet in Gas Mask Man.
And that's a problem?
Yeah, make sure it doesn't happen, or you'll be explaining why you allowed infected into the village.
All right. I'll talk to Musa and the guard.
Yeah, Crane's methods are a bit more threatening, but they're not as threatening as I'll break your
I
legs.
won't be bothering you anymore.
Did you put a bullet in him?
No, that wasn't necessary.
After what he did?
Look, you may not like it, but murdering people is still kind of a big deal. If you decide it isn't, you and me are gonna have some problems.
No problems, mister. I just got mad. I never hurt anybody. Thanks for talking to him.
Okay, now I know there's more quests around here, but I hate these quests. I absolutely hate the village quests. Okay, we've made it to the tower, and I have what I want to talk about. Dying Light seems like one of those games that I don't know if it has dynamic difficulty in any way. I don't, but I feel like it does. Because as I've said before...
Hey, have you seen that house with the red smoke pouring out of it? If Rise's people spot it, they're gonna come knocking on his door. Someone ought to warn him.
Look, I've got enough trouble right now, but I'll think about it.
Yeah, I was looking for this quest before. No, it did not show up, so I guess I have to do something else. But I was looking for this quest. I was at some point. I really wanted this quest. But I feel like this game has dynamic difficulty. Why do I say that?
You're Alfie?
That's me. Electricity, building maintenance. I keep this place running somehow. Glad you're here. I was just about to call you.
What's the problem?
Well, it's good news, bad news. The good news is that you restore the lights in the Cauldron district. The bad news is that it blew out the grid near the overpass. It's blacker than your pants pocket over there.
So, you need it switched back on?
There are 2 substations. Flick, you switch them on. The order doesn't matter. Then you throw the master in the main station, and it'll light up like a Christmas tree.
I think I can do it.
Of course you can do it. Any runner could do it. But there's a catch. Shutting off the lights has created a little black patch for the volatiles. Bunches of them are gathering there after sundown. So I've rigged a trap. It's already in place, all set to go. Now, if you can get in there and restore the power after it's dark, we can fry a whole lot of freaks in one shot.
After dark? That's gonna be a lot dicier.
Sure. That's why no one's volunteered for this job. But I'm thinking maybe you're a bit tougher than the rest of these guys. Just an impression.
Let's just say I'm here to help.
Really? Good intentions, huh? Hope you've got some guts, or you won't last long.
Funny enough, I've always done this quest simply by... I've always done that quest. By completely ignoring that you're supposed to try and make it there after dark. I do that quest. Usually, I go there after doing something else, and then I just wait there until nighttime. It's a pain in the ass. It takes forever, but I usually read a book. We will actually do that next time. But I feel like this game has dynamic difficulty in some way, because you've all heard me mention once or twice that when I played normal mode, there was hordes of zombies, like hordes of them. Like I couldn't actually see the ground because there were zombies. Well, now when I go back and check in normal mode, it's not the same. So that's why I think that like there's some sort of dynamic difficulty. Because funny enough, I never had problems with hordes of zombies. What I had trouble with was when there was one that just refused to die. So I think the game made it like to be a bit more difficult for me, or maybe easier. I don't know, but to make it just the slightest bit more difficult, it made it to where there was more harder to kill enemies and less just chop off heads enemies. That's just a thought I had. I may be wrong. I may be right. Also, if anyone wants to answer in the comments, I'm thinking about playing Amnesia, because I have Amnesia The Dark Descent, as well as Amnesia A Game for Pigs. I think that's what it's called. I can't actually check because I have it's at the top of the list on my Steam list, and the top of the list is obscured right now. My bad. But regardless, I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you want to help me reach, and you haven't already subscribed and you want to subscribe, help us reach our next subscriber goal by hitting the button that's going to show up on screen, or the one that's going to show that's always down below, whichever is more convenient for you. I don't really know. If you have already subscribed and you want to help us reach that goal, leave a like, share the video, and comment. Tell me what you think about us checking out Amnesia. But I do hope you all enjoyed. See y'all next time. Goodbye, guys.